Hi everyone. So this is a much needed video and it really has been for several months now. So we need to talk first of all about this channel and talk about some big changes that either will be happening in the future or have already happened, and basically talk to you about my reasoning for these changes and give you a little bit of backstory, because I think a lot of you might not know the backstory of this channel. And I'd also just like to give you some important life updates. So this video will be broken into 3 sections. First, I'll just give you a little life update about me and how things are going for me right now. And then I will be sharing with you the nutshell story version of how I started this channel, its beginnings, and how it has since had a sort of rather dramatic shift and why that has happened. And then thirdly, I will be sharing with you some of my ideas and plans for the future of this channel, as well as sharing a very exciting announcement with you all at the end of the video. So let's jump into it. So first of all, life-wise, I just had a baby. You may not know that, or you may know that. Either way is fine. I just had a baby 2 months ago. Yes, I guess it's 2 months exactly today. Her name is Leia Ann Rita, and she is just gorgeous and beautiful and chubby and growing really healthy. And I am finally starting to feel now, like 2 months postpartum, more like my normal self. Mostly physically. That was like the biggest challenge in this postpartum, was just how I was feeling physically, but there's always emotional ups and downs in postpartum too, and I am starting to feel generally on a more even keel, but you know, it's all up in the air. Life is busy for me right now, and yeah. I'm a big believer in the power and importance of resting postpartum, whatever that looks like for different people in their lives, but for me, giving myself and my body the rest that I needed after having a baby really was important for me in starting to feel better, especially because I wasn't feeling the greatest in those first couple of weeks. But now I really believe the time that I gave myself to rest is paying off, and I'm feeling a lot better. Now, this actually leads perfectly into introducing the sponsor of this video, Herbamama Holistic Health YouTube channel. So Herbamama is a wonderful, rather new YouTube channel that I think a lot of you would find really interesting. In their videos, naturopath Kieran Parsons teaches us about the health benefits of various different herbs and how they can apply to various different health challenges, or just supporting us in different ways in our bodies. One of their most recent videos is very applicable for me as a breastfeeding mom. It's all about a specific herb that you probably have not heard about that is amazing for promoting a higher level of milk supply in breastfeeding moms. So that is wonderful, because as we all know, breastfeeding already has enough challenges without also worrying about our babies getting enough. So if you are a mom or you know someone who's in this situation, I definitely recommend checking out their latest video and subscribing to their channel. They even have a video on hair health and hair growth promoting herbs, so it's really just a great all-around channel. So be sure to check out the Herbamama Holistic Health YouTube channel and subscribe for awesome herbal videos from them. Their channel will be linked for you in the description. Thanks, Herbamama. Okay, so now let's go ahead and jump into the nutshell version of my channel, this channel, Catherine Sewing, and just kind of give you the backstory if you're not aware of that, because I have gained a lot of new subscribers just in the past 6 months or so. So let's talk about that quickly. Towards the end of 2019, I got an idea. My husband and I both got the idea that it would be great to start a YouTube channel. And at the time, I was just developing a new and budding interest in sewing clothes for myself, especially historically inspired clothes. So I suggested starting a channel all about sewing. This was very exciting for me. It not only introduced the dream of one day potentially earning money from it, but mostly at the time, it just seemed like a wonderful excuse for me to prioritize sewing, both in terms of money and the time I spent on it as a busy mom of 3 at that time. So as I said, for me at that time, it just sort of seemed like, oh, maybe one day I could earn some money from it, but my wildest hopes were simply that it could one day earn enough money to simply support my sewing hobby and earn enough money just to buy fabric and supplies. I never really dreamed of it being anything more than that. So I had a couple years of posting lots of fun historical sewing projects and really just diving in and learning about creating higher quality videos, as well as learning a lot more sewing techniques just through sharing it with others, and it was really wonderful. Along the way, I did receive maybe a sprinkling of requests here and there to share my hair routine, And I always promised I would, but in the end, I just never really got around to it because I figured, well, no one's going to be interested in that. Now, rewind a bit. Hair has always been one of my big passions, at least for the last several years since I cut my hair to chin length and I was on this mega hair growth journey. But for some reason, I just never thought anyone else would really be interested in it. It was just kind of something I was trying out on my own. So I was just focusing my channel on sewing. But at one point, for some reason, I decided, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and film some of my hair routine. So I sat down in front of the camera and I filmed myself doing some of my dry finger detangling of my hair, as well as applying some oil to my hair. And then I just kind of forgot about those clips for several months because I got discouraged. I thought, no one's going to be interested in this and it's just going to confuse people because my channel is all about sewing, so why would I share this? And I forgot about it until one day around perhaps October of 2022, I was just looking through some old photos and videos on my phone, and I came across these old clips of me doing my hair, and I thought, these are pretty cool clips. Like, maybe I should just kind of test the waters to see if there's any interest in this. So I did an Instagram poll where I showed one of those clips of me doing my hair and just did a quick poll, hey, would you be interested in seeing my historically inspired hair care routine? I checked back maybe an hour or two later and it didn't seem like there was very many responses, so I just forgot about it until that story had gone away because of course they expire after 24 hours. Now a couple days later, for some reason I was checking my Instagram stories archive and I noticed that this particular poll that I had done asking for interest in my hair routine had actually gotten a ton of yes votes. And I was frankly overwhelmed by it. I was like, wow, like maybe I will film the rest of my hair routine. So that's what I did. I filmed the rest of my hair routine. I edited it into a video, and the entire time I was feeling, this video will do okay. And my husband, in fact, was like, are you sure this is a good idea to post a hair video on your sewing channel? Like, you might not do very well. And I was like, oh, it'll be fine. I've seen some other people who have sewing channels post about their hair. And lo and behold, as you might probably be aware, I posted this video in November of 2022. Very quickly went viral. And it was just an amazing experience, very exciting, a lot of emotions going on at that time, and just a lot of like happy overwhelm at the amount of interest in my natural hair routine, which I'd never really thought anyone would be interested in. Take it from there. So I gained tons of subscribers. I went in the course of probably just a few weeks to a month. I went from 5,000 subscribers to 25,000, so it 5x'd in just a few weeks, and now I'm at about 80,000 subs, which is amazing. It's just beyond my wildest dreams, and I have since been able to earn a good amount of income from this YouTube channel, which has been mind-blowing. Like I said, I never thought that this channel would earn serious money. It was just a dream that maybe one day it could earn enough money just to buy some fabric and supplies for the things I wanted to sew. And it has since become a main source of income for our family, which was amazing. It was perfect timing because that video went viral at a time in our family's life when things were feeling a little bit tight financially. And we were debating if my husband would have to go out and find just a part-time job outside the home, because our whole marriage thus far, we had always both been at home. He had worked from home and I had just been a homemaker. So anyways, this video went viral at the perfect time and it has since become a main source of income for us, which is amazing. And I'm so thankful to all of you for making this happen, frankly. Okay, so now let's talk about a little bit of, I guess, the negative sides of this. I don't even really want to call it negative because it's more just like a challenge. It's a challenge that I am having to work through and sort of adjust my expectations. So basically, since I gained so many subs from a hair video, obviously that has motivated me to want to make more hair videos because I've been getting lots of requests to cover other topics related to hair, and frankly, I'm just excited about it. I love hair. Hair growth and hair care is one of my passions, and I love sharing about it, especially when I know there's such an interest in it. Now, also, the sort of other flip side of this coin is that the few times since then that I have posted a sewing related video, much like proportionately compared to the hair videos, it gets a lot fewer views. And I'm not complaining because, again, pre-viral hair video, the views I'm getting on my sewing videos would have been amazing, but just compared to my other hair videos, they typically get proportionately much fewer views, and I don't want to keep posting videos if I know that they're not going to perform well, because first of all, it takes a lot of time and energy to produce a video, but second of all, if I post a video and it just bombs compared to the other videos, it sort of triggers the algorithm to think that my channel is no longer valuable, you know what I mean? And then I also have to think about, you know, sponsors on my channel. I've been getting a lot of requests for sponsorships, which is wonderful because you may not know, but that can be a main source of income for a YouTuber. And anyways, if I'm getting like one video that has tons of views and then the next video gets like disproportionately way fewer views, it's just kind of confusing to sponsors as well. And again, I'm not complaining about all this, and if you're not a YouTuber, this is probably not even interesting to you, so thank you for listening thus far. But anyways, it's just caused me to reevaluate the direction of this channel and the position I have mainly come to, but my opinion's constantly changing depending on, you know, what's happening with my videos lately and whatnot. My opinion is that this channel should probably be mostly putting out hair care videos just based on my subs and what they want. So I have been debating basically a few different options, and that's what we're going to talk about now. My husband and I have been thinking of a lot of potential ideas for this channel. I'm so thankful for him. He has really been a big source of support and help during this whole YouTube channel adventure. I couldn't really have done it without his help, so we've been talking amongst ourselves about future ideas. I guess it sort of depends on how my videos continue to perform in the future. I mean, maybe the hair videos and the sewing videos are sort of going to even out in the amount of views they get, and that would be cool because then I would feel comfortable posting about both things and sort of get a sense that my audience is interested in both, and that would be cool. But we've also been debating about maybe just starting another channel that is just for my sewing and shoemaking stuff, and then keeping this channel primarily for hair care stuff, and that way I can sort of fully do justice to both topics without worrying about confusing my audience or confusing the YouTube's algorithm. So that's an option. Not really set in stone on that though. And actually this leads me into the exciting announcement of this video, which is that I have actually decided to start another channel, but this channel is going to be all about my life in general. So it's going to be called Catherine in Real Life, and I have released my first video, just a quick introductory video, and that channel will be linked for you in the description. Definitely go subscribe. That would be such a happy boost for me to see some of you go and subscribe to that. But anyways, seeing what happened with my channel recently has sort of shown me that going forward, like if I look at the long-term plan for my channel and my life and how I want YouTube to be able to fit into my life, I think in order for YouTube to be sustainable for me, I want to have a little more freedom in what I post about and not feel like I need to be stuck into like one single narrow niche. But this channel was founded upon being a very niched channel, so I feel like it would be cool to just go ahead and start a fresh channel, Catherine in Real Life, which is just about me and my family and our life, and basically that's sort of a big blanket topic, so I could make videos on many different things that relate to my life without being stuck in like one narrow niche. And you may not know this, but I have a lot of other passions that have nothing to do with hair care or sewing. I'm a mom of 5. I homeschool, I have home births, I cloth diaper, I breastfeed, I use natural remedies whenever possible, I cook meals for our family. Like, I have a lot of other passions and interests that relate to that side of my life that, frankly, I think I have a lot of experiences and knowledge that I can share with people that people will find interesting. So that's why I'm starting this channel. So definitely go and subscribe if any of this sounds interesting to you, or if you know someone who you think this channel would be interesting to, then definitely share it with them. I would be so appreciative if I got like a nice little base of subs starting out. It will make it so much more doable for me starting this other channel. So basically, to wrap it all up, I've pretty much said everything I want to say. If you are one of my loyal viewers who loves my sewing content, don't worry, like that's not going away. I love sewing, and I'm going to figure out a way to work it in with what I'm putting out to the world on the internet one way or another. And I have a feeling maybe the views situation with sewing versus hair care will probably even out over time. And if not, I mean, I could always post sewing stuff on my lifestyle channel, or maybe on a third channel that's just dedicated to sewing. I'm not sure. Now, a word about the sewing. I have recently realized that I was feeling a little bit burned out with the sew-along style of videos that I was always producing. They're rather tiring to film. It makes sewing much more daunting when you have to film every single step of it. It's a little difficult to edit those types of videos, and also when when the video is simply about me sewing a particular project that I wanted to sew, I feel that that is less likely to be interesting to most people, because most people might not be interested in sewing this very specific type of garment. So I feel like my sewing content, whatever that is, and however it happens to be posted and how I'm going to distribute that, I feel like it's going to take a slight different direction, with less of an emphasis on sew-alongs and more of an emphasis on sewing videos that I think will be interesting, helpful, or entertaining to a wider audience, while still focusing on the things that interest me about sewing. Okay guys, that's everything I wanted to say. Be sure to leave questions or comments below. I am a busy mom of a newborn, so I'm not able to answer all the comments right now, of course, but I do appreciate all of your comments, and every like and every comment does help boost my videos out to a wider audience, because it tells YouTube's algorithm that this video is interesting and worth promoting to other people. So I always appreciate that. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't. Definitely check out my new channel, which is linked in the description, and I'll see you all on the next video.